You know, sometimes fate, luck, whatever you want to call it, just is not on your side. And Donald Trump this week found that out the hard way when a case that he had filed, a lawsuit he filed against New York Attorney General Letitia James, was moved at James's request from a Florida state court to a Florida federal court and has now ended up in front of a judge who appears to hate Donald Trump's guts. Here's what happened. As I'm sure everybody is aware, after New York Attorney General Letitia James filed her $250 million lawsuit against the Trump Organization, Donald Trump decided to file a lawsuit against her for, as he put it, a campaign of, quote, intimidation and harassment that was an attempt to, quote, steal, destroy, or control all things Trump. Sounds rather frivolous, yes? Because just because you're unhappy that you're being investigated does not mean you have the right to sue because you were investigated and then they filed a lawsuit against you. First and foremost, let's get this out of the way real quick before we get into the judge that is now overseeing this. The case should have been immediately thrown out, right? Letitia James should never have even had to have made a motion to move it from state court to federal court, because the original filing should have immediately been tossed into the trash can because there's no merit to this lawsuit whatsoever. You cannot sue just because federal authorities investigated you. And they found stuff. So it's not even like it was a frivolous investigation. They found stuff. They've charged your CFO with a crime, with multiple crimes, and your organization. Like that's not, you can't just sue for that. The lawsuit should have never stood. And it won't, because now it falls in front of federal judge, Donald Middlebrooks. And if you're not familiar with Donald Middlebrooks, let me refer you to a video from earlier this week where I talked about the fact that Middlebrooks just sanctioned a group of Donald Trump lawyers, including Alina Habba, Trump's favorite lawyer, for filing a frivolous lawsuit in his court. That lawsuit, of course, was the one that Trump filed against Hillary Clinton and the DNC, Lisa Page, Peter Strzok, blah, blah, blah. Middlebrooks not only threw the case out, but he then, last week, sanctioned Trump's lawyers for even filing the lawsuit. And now this very same judge gets to oversee another frivolous lawsuit filed by Donald Trump and his lawyers. And I'm sure his lawyers probably need a change of pants right now because that's terrifying for them. They just got hit with tens of thousands of dollars in fines, and they're probably going to get hit again. Here's what's fun about this. I didn't know this until now, but apparently some members of Donald Trump's legal team had actually held a meeting with the lawyers who ended up filing this lawsuit and told them, please don't do this. Like, this is frivolous. This is stupid. You're going to get in trouble if you file this lawsuit. But of course they didn't listen. And they thought, hey, don't worry. We got a friendly venue down here in Florida State Court, until, of course, Attorney General James stepped in and said, no, we got to move this to federal court. The court granted her motion. Now it's in front of Middlebrooks, and I'm willing to bet that Trump's lawyers are going to have to go ahead and make a run to the ATM, because I have little doubt that this case is going to end any differently than the lawsuit Trump filed against Hillary and the DNC. You're in trouble now, bud. Like, this is the worst luck you could have possibly had. The worst possible judge in Florida for your case to end up against, especially considering the fact that, as I mentioned, this judge appears to really dislike you, and he's going to make your lawyers pay the price for that. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.